All right, thanks, guys. The Cubs take on the White Sox, 4:10 Eastern first pitch. The Cubs are the $2 favorites. Total was 8.5 up to 9. 40-cent move toward the Cubs already. Quintana's for the Cubbies, Lopez for the Sox. You know what you're getting when it comes to the Sox. 30 games under 500 for the year. Cubbies are 70-39 as the favorite. I am looking for the Cubbies to get on top of Lopez a little bit. Give me the Cubbies run line and the over 9 runs in this one. And with that said, welcome to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Friday's MLB action. The weekend is here. Happy Friday. But before we get into that, I just want to remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Packages begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just quickly hit that pause button right now and open up your browser. And just type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a few seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you're a current patron of mine and you're watching this program right now, I just can't thank you enough. You make it all worth it. And with all that said and done, let's go ahead and jump right back into some more lines and personal leans. And that is going to be for our Friday slate of baseball games. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Orioles, Yankees, 7:05 New York. The Yankees are the $3 favorites in this one. Total was 9.5, down to 9 flat. 10-cent move toward the Yankees in the early going here. Ramirez for Baltimore, CC for the Yanks. CC's a Hall of Famer. Baltimore is going to get in the Hall as one of the worst teams of all time. New York's also winning 88% of their games at the current moneyline price. 18-9 to the under thus far in the year for New York when Sabathia throws out the first pitch. Give me the Yankees run line in the under. 9 runs in this one. Next game, Brewers, Pirates, 7:05 Pittsburgh. The Brewers are the $1.30 favorites in this one. Totals 8. Nickel move toward Milwaukee already. Chacín's for the Brewers. Nova's for the Buccos. Pirates have played these Brewers very well this season. 11-5 in their head-to-head matchups with Milwaukee. Pittsburgh's also 43-34 in their games at PNC Park. The Pirates are 16-7 to the over following a day off. Give me the underdog Pirates and the over. 8 runs in this one. Next game, Mets Nationals, 7:05 Washington. The Mets are the $1.50 favorites. Total was 7.5 up to 8 flat. 15-cent move toward New York already. DeGrom's for the Mets. Joe Ross takes the bump for Washington. Washington's just 30% as the official home underdog. New York 7-14 in their games at the current market price. DeGrom starts, went 20-10 to the under thus far in the year. Give me Jacob DeGrom getting the W. That's a DeGrom play exclusively in the under. 8 runs in this one. Next game, Rays, Blue Jays, 7:07 Toronto. The Rays are $1.35. Totals 8.5. Nickel move toward Tampa. Castillo's for the Rays. Foley's for the Jays. Tampa's an amazing 8-1 in their games where Castillo makes the start. The Jays won just 4 of 13 head-to-head matchups with Tampa. 10 out of 13 head-to-head matchups between these squads stayed under the total. Give me the Rays outright and the under 8.5 in this one. Next game, Red Sox, Indians, 7:10 Cleveland. The Indians are $1.35. Total is 8, all the way down to 7 flat. Complete flip of the line in this one. 60-cent move toward the Indians in this one. Chris Sale's on the mound for the Bo Sox. Trevor Bauer's on the bump for Cleveland. But despite taking a ton of money in this one, Cleveland's just $3.75 in their games at the current market price. Boston also sits atop Major League Baseball with 105 impressive wins, while also going 17-8 in their games where Chris Sale makes the start. Now, total-wise, just 9 out of 25 Bauer starts actually got over the total. Give me the underdog, Red Sox, and the under. 7 runs in this one. Next game, Royals, Tigers, 7:10 Detroit, and I passed it there. The Tigers are $1.15. Total was 8.5 up to 9. 15-cent fade of Detroit despite being the favorites. Kennedy's for Kansas City. Liriano's on the bump for Detroit. The Tigers won just 9 of 24. There we go. Where Liriano threw out the first pitch. The Royals are 9-7 straight up with the Tigers this season. Just 6 out of 20 Kennedy starts actually got over the total. Give me the underdog Royals and the under 9 runs in this one. Next game, Reds, Marlins, 7:10 Miami. Where's that at? There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and get back into it. Phone's blowing up. All right. Sorry about that delay there, guys. Reds, Marlins, 7:10 Miami. The Reds are the $1.40 favorites in this one. Total was 8 down to 7.5. We also saw a 10-cent move towards Cincinnati in the early wagering here. Castillo's for the Reds, Chen's for the Marlins. Miami's just $3.78 in their games at the current price point. The Reds are winning 67% of their games at the current money line price themselves. Now 3 out of 4 head-to-head matchups stayed under the total. Give me the Reds outright and the under, 7.5 in this one. Next game, Phillies, Braves, 7:35 Atlanta. The Braves are $1.35. Total was 9 down to 8.5. Nickel moved toward Atlanta in the early going here. Pavetta's for the Phils, Tehran's for the Braves. Atlanta's 8-5 in their head-to-head matchups with the Phillies. The Phils have played some of the worst baseball I've ever seen out of a team that was at one point in first place and 15 games over 500. Now, last night's game went over, and I think we'll probably see more of that tonight with Pavetta on the bump. Give me the Braves outright and the over. 8 runs in this one. Next game, Mariners, Rangers, 8:05 Texas. The Mariners are the $1.30 favorites in this matchup here. Totals 10.5. Ramirez for Seattle. Zadzik makes his second start for the Rangers. Texas is just 21-36 as the home underdog. They're also just 366 taking on winning ball clubs. Now, typically, these two teams do make it over the total when they square off with each other. Give me the Mariners outright in the over. 10.5 runs in this one. Next game, Angels, Astros, 8:10 Houston. The Astros are the $2.30 favorites in this one. Totals 8. 20-cent move toward Houston already. Heaney's for the Angels, Cole's for Houston. The Astros are approaching 100 wins here quite shortly. They've also gone an impressive 21-8 when Garrett Cole starts on the bump. The Angels took just 6 of 16 head-to-head matchups with these guys. Only 5 of those games actually got over the total. Give me the Astros run line and the under. 8 runs in this one. Next game, Giants, Cardinals, 8:15 St. Louis. The Cards are $1.60, total 7.5, 15-cent move towards St. Louis. Bumgarner's for the Giants, Gant's for the Cards. St. Louis won just 7 of 17 when Gant made the start. They're also taking on a San Fran squad who's 14-6 following a day off. Now 14 out of 19 Mad Bum starts did stay under the total. Give me the underdog Giants in the under, 7.5 in this one. Next game, we got the Rockies somewhere. Yeah, there they are. Rockies, Diamondbacks, 9:40 Arizona. The D-backs are 120. Total was 7.5 down to 7. Marcus for the Rockies, Greinke for the D-backs. And speaking of Arizona, they've won just 5 games thus far in the month of September. Kind of has all the makings of a complete and utter choke job when they were right in the mix for a wild card run. They're playing some pretty bad baseball right now and are just 483 as the official home favorite. Colorado's done pretty well when Marcus takes the bump. They're also winning 60% of their games at the current moneyline price. This one should get over the total despite the consensus movement. 15-6 to the over for Arizona following an off day. Give me the underdog Rockies in the over. 7 runs in this one. Next game, Twins Athletics, 10:05 Oakland. The A's are $1.70. Totals 8.5. 30-cent move toward Oakland in the early going here. Berrios for the Twins, Hendricks for the A's. Oakland's been unbeatable at home this year. Minnesota's dropped 3 of 4 head-to-heads with them as well. Both these teams tend to stay under the line when they play each other. Give me the A's run line in the under. 8.5 in this one. All right, next and final game for the show. It is going to be Padres, Dodgers, 10:10 Los Angeles. The Dodgers are $2.80. Total was 8 down to 7.5. Lowers for San Diego. Rich Hills for Los Angeles. LA's been dominant over San Diego. The Pods are also 0-5 at the current market price. Bunch of Rich Hill starts got over the total this year. Give me the Dodgers run line and the over. 7.5 in this one. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. Once again, happy Friday. But before I get out of here, I just want to remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Packages begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just quickly hit that pause button right now and open up your browser. Just type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a few seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're watching this program right now, I just can't thank you enough. You make it all worth it. And with all that said and done, I want to most importantly thank you for watching today's program. I hope you enjoyed all this great free information. And please don't forget to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage.